because
Yeah,
Headway
that's what I remember.
micro learning app, that's they like kind of goes into 15-minute text and audio summaries of books. And get this, backed by Genesis, Headway surpassed the main competitor Blinkist in downloads by 2020.
Wow.
Within 2 years of the launch. So over 7 million people download the Headway across 140 countries, and now it sits on like 40 plus million downloads.
Do we want to see Headway? I have it here.
Wait, just look at, I just want to point out here, right? Like all these apps like BetterMe, Headway, do you see the spikes they're doing in January every year?
Like, I mean, welcome to the apps business.
I know, right?
All the resolutions.
There's
all the New Year's resolutions.
The resolutions, people, exactly.
It's 4 a.m. and we're rolling the dice. Matei drops knowledge made of gold and ice. Felix with ads making those coins rise. Jack up designs, worlds chasing the sky. We're the 2.5 gamers, the midnight crew. Talking UA adverts and game design too. Matei, Felix, Shaka, bringing the insight. We're rocking those vibes till the early daylight. Matei, UA, master eyes on the prize. Tracking data through the cyberspace skies. Felix stacks dollars like a wizard in disguise. Jacob's crafted realms lift us to the highs. 2.5 gamers talking smack. Slow hockey stick, got your back. Ads are beautiful, they light the way. Click it fast, don't delay.
Record the podcast, but here we are. Here we are. Hey, hello. Welcome to today's episode of 2.5 Gamers. My name is Matej Lančarič.
And I'm Felix Broberg.
And we
are your hosts. We'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah, eventually. We'll get there.
Matej had a bad dessert quesadilla, and you can tell that he's a child because basically if he feels bad, he needs to make everyone else feel bad. I'll do the intro today. So, today we're shifting gears a little bit, and we're talking about something new because one of the trends that 2.5 gamers have noticed or heard or seen about or heard about is that more and more people in the mobile space are focusing more and more on apps instead of games because the gaming landscape is so competitive. So we are now...
hear this, man. Like we are working with apps and we see the revenues. And
we see the revenues as well.
Come on.
Okay, go vomit your quesadilla. Okay, so we are starting a 4-part episode series where we're looking into some of the...
about.
Are we?
Yeah, we
this
are.
Is new to us.
Yeah, this is just a start, right? So we're going to be looking into
the script.
What script are you talking about? Maybe we'll finish. We'll let him finish. Yeah, well, let him finish, and then we can vomit on this together.
All right. So in today's episode, we're going to start by looking into one of the largest app companies in the world, and then we're going to do other episodes covering some of the other largest app companies. Okay. And today we are covering one of the largest ones called Genesis. And by studying their website and business models, they're quite an interesting company. I believe it has Ukrainian roots, but we estimate from looking at their website and Sensor Tower that they could be generating anywhere between $16 to $18 million per month on mobile only. And that's outside of web, which is probably even larger because this is the app business. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through their portfolio, business model, UA strategy. We're going to do a breakdown of some of their top earning apps and basically, stay 2.5 steps ahead of the app industry.
Well, I'm not sure if we are going to stay ahead of the app industry, but definitely the game industry. The app industry is already 2.5 steps ahead of the games, I would say.
How so?
Man, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Oh, why not?
Why?
No, they're not, because they're getting our toys.
Ooh.
I mean, I guess that the big fundamental difference between gaming in mobile and apps in mobile is that gaming is entertainment and apps is mostly utility based, right? And that's the main differentiator.
I would be kind of,
be very careful about what you just said.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Especially with apps like Ghost Seeker or whatever or stuff like. Is this literally utility?
Maybe app is a too broad term, but majority of this Genesis portfolio is based around utilities, right?
You tell me.
Well, the thing is, like, apps were here also for some time, and suddenly everybody woke up and was like, oh my God, there's an apps business as well. Oh, no shit. There's an industry. Wow. What a surprise. But yet they are growing. And what I'm saying, they're 2.5 steps ahead. It's mainly thanks to the creative side of the business, because gaming companies are kind of borrowing trends from apps because they are
And vice
ahead.
versa.
And vice versa. Yeah, kind of, yes. But
No, yeah,
mostly,
kind of, yes. Vice versa, yes.
yeah, show me, please.
Show me. Duolingo.
I'm talking about creatives.
I'm talking about everything.
Sure. Yes. Okay, fair. Duolingo is gamifying their business, and then that's how they grew. I know. Thank you very much. Tell
You're
me
welcome. Even
me
next
more.
time.
Next time. Okay, great. So please, Felix, start, because I am gonna vomit on this guy soon enough.
What
Soon
did
enough.
you eat?
I have no idea, but I feel really bad. Jesus Christ.
All right. So here is Genesis's website, right, which looks very generic and inconspicuous, but essentially, it looks like any other website. But
Looks shady.
we just
Why is
scroll
it-
down, right?
what do you mean
Why don't
shady?
see? What do you mean
Why-
shady? It doesn't look shady at all.
It looks like a corporate website.
Yeah,
Why is it
exactly.
shady?
So that's when you get down to the organizational structure, right? So here they claim that we are one of the largest global app developers. Our apps have been
As
downloaded
everybody?
by over 400 million users and are used by millions of users monthly. And that's when it starts getting interesting, right? Because that's when we start going down and seeing a bunch of companies. And it's not just a few. And the ones I would actually recognize from this is probably Plantain, because my girlfriend uses it all the time. Yeah, a bunch of different companies. Headway, pretty known
Yes.
app. Yeah.
That was the only app that I actually know.
Yeah.
Heard it first time when we were talking about it.
It's not
Yeah.
the first time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did heard it first time.
yeah.
I mean, are you not listening to what I'm saying on the creative trends? I mentioned Headway like 10 times before. Yes.
He must have ate something bad as well.
I guess something that erases memory, or just, closes ears. I'm not sure. Maybe a fungus or something.
Did you eat like a fire-breathing dragon? What's going on?
I might in a second.
Right. But then one of the most interesting things here, right, is that under About Us, it has become a co-founder. So here, what you can actually do is you can apply to basically make apps with their help, where they're offering their expertise. They take anywhere between 10 to 20%, and they essentially help you build the app, right? So investments, turnkey back office, networking. So they're making it easier for founders to build apps using their expertise. And here you see partnerships with global businesses. Look at these.
So they're like
Google
Voodoo for apps.
I guess so,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
That's the feeling I'm getting, right? So
yeah, look. Oh, that you have the expertise, because there's the mission, which says it centers around empowering CEE talent to build innovative startups and independent startups that can reach a global audience. And as they say, they're nurturing homegrown startups into international success. Which basically means, I mean, whatever that means, I guess. But
Marketing. It's called marketing.
Yeah, it's called marketing. The thing is, they started with the Headway and some other products, which is, I think, BetterMe as well. And it kind of like became spin-offs that they became a standalone businesses afterwards. So I guess it started with one of their teams, just like you just showcased, and then they spun off the whole.
For now, it sounds exactly like the usual hyper-casual era publisher.
Interesting. Right. So let me start. So what I have it on good authority, as you know, I have friends in high places in Turkey, and I have it on good authority that what started it all, and I could be wrong, right? But what started it all was this cleaner guru. So for iOS, a cleaning up storage app that essentially right now generates about $400 million a month in IAPs, and has been downloaded about 1 million times in the last 30 days. That was launched in 2019.
Did you say $400 million?
$400, no, $4 million.
Okay.
$4 million
Okay,
in the last 30 days. Yeah.
The fungus is going into the Lisbon as well.
Easy there, dragon.
All right. So this is exactly does what it advertises you to do. Like I used the app a little bit today. It really encourages you to pay $8.99 to help you clean up your iPhone. But what it does, it gives you access to videos, your phones, contacts, everything. Where it's basically a centralized app where you can actually just delete everything. Quite useful, but it looks like
If you want, Felix, then give me the screen. I can show it.
Yeah, you have it there.
Yeah.
For sure. So you install it. It says as advertised, and then after you go through the installation, of course you need to give it all the accesses, and then it goes pretty much what it says. So it organizes your stuff, like looks for similar photos to kind of kick out big files that are a possible target. Banner on the bottom, of course. Yeah, and seems pretty tidy. Like definitely something maybe that I would use at some point, like during the life cycle of my phone.
Yeah, I mean, if you had iOS, right?
Yeah, this is
Only
not available for Android.
Only if, yes, well, look, it's the golden rule of apps. You make money on iOS.
Yeah, that's the golden rule. If we move forward, there's some dashboards, yada yada yada. Upgrade to Pro. That's the thing I wanted to show. So no ads, compress videos, manage contacts, secret storage. If I understand, secret storage means that it goes into like some deep levels of the system and lets you like cut out stuff out of it, or
The bottom part of the iPhone?
I don't know.
Yeah, all the porn that you have stored on your phone.
Maybe it just cleans the cache.
Yeah, most probably.
But yeah, looks interesting, and yeah, this is exactly what Felix said in the beginning. This is an utility. This is utility, clear need, probably one-way thing to do, and yeah, I'm surprised it's making so much money because I would expect that you use it once or once a year or something, and like, why do you need a subscription for it?
I guess people forget quite a lot when they have subscriptions.
Yeah, that's the monetization model, I guess.
I mean, so some of the future companies we're going to cover as well, one of them will be Codeway, and they also have a cleaner, but it's on Android,
which
right?
is making
so it's like
a
lot of money as well, right? So definitely seems like a really good money earner.
You know, Jacob and Felix, you remember when I was in US last year and my MacBook was kind of dying and I wasn't sure if it's because of MacBook or because of the internet connection or what.
Oh yeah, remember that. You were just as angry then as you are today.
Exactly. So, maybe even a little bit more. Even a little bit more. So I guess my MacBook ate something wrong. Anyway, so I was trying to find all these ways how to clean it up. Exactly. And then I ended up installing a few of these cleaning apps and then
you get uninstall
uninstalling it immediately. Yeah. But then, yeah, I mean, like that's what happens with people's phones, I guess, as well. Like they become like super slow because you have shit ton of stuff that you don't really need in there. And this is a really easy way how to get rid of it.
So around the same time, that's the wrong one. Let me go here. So around the same time, also launched Nebula, which is a horoscope and astrology app, which is still generating about 800K every 30 days on 200K downloads. More recently.
Can you show the overall trend? Like, how was it? I'm just curious. Like overall revenue.
In the meantime, I think like the ideas for apps and the actual apps, like whatever they do, it's limitless. I know one of our friends,
44 million lifetime revenue.
Former teammates. He said he's working with one company, and he said they have a ghost busting app or ghost finder or something. It has like
ghost scanner.
Yeah, it's like what?
Yes.
And people actually install these and pay for it.
Yeah.
So
it's utility. Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Most recently now, they've also thrown their hat in the ring for getting in the ring with real shorts. So basically, it's my drama short movies. That's really recent release. It's already making 3
This
million a
basically
month.
means that now everybody has a like
Drama, yeah.
short drama app except Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they actually, no, you're wrong, because they actually have two. So here's another one, drama shorts, right? So it's one that's making 600K a month currently, right?
Yeah. Which is
But I think-
IIP, and there's ads as well, right?
But I think this is probably one of the most interesting tabs, right? Because this shows some really big apps, which Matteo already talked about, right? So BetterMe, Plantin, Headway, a couple of other ones. And this is all Genesis, right?
Yeah,
So
look,
Go
before
Stack.
you go and do all the number magic, because BetterMe was founded in 2016.
Stack
Genesis co-created, and BetterMe develop wellness apps focusing on workouts, nutrition, mental health. This became a top 5 grossing health and fitness app globally in 2018. This illustrates the Genesis strength in the mobile apps, leveraging the digital marketing and subscription monetization. So they definitely figured something out. I'm not sure if the listeners you already saw or you're going to see the episode about outbound trends, but Felix was talking something about the template. Maybe Genesis template is something to do with the subscription model and monetization.
Like
Maybe.
an actual template.
Like the actual template, yeah.
Go left,
before-
report
wait.
options, and second icon from the left. Bottom, more bottom. Man, I'm doing it for 2 years.
Thank you
Which one?
Thank you very much.
Left.
Thank you very much, Sensor Table, for providing this data. This is how Felix is actually working.
what do you want? What do you want?
Man, I'm doing this graph for 2 years, same setup, and you still don't know how to do it.
Which one is it you want?
Yeah, Jesus. That's
Stacked? You want stacked?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Then fucking
Okay.
say stacked, huh? Jesus.
He said this 5 times.
Did Mathieu vomit in your mouth? What's going on?
I was actually trying to provide a BetterMe information, and he said 3 times, and I could even hear him, but I can't really operate the graph. But anyway, in the meantime, there's the Headway, which is the personal growth and ad tech startup launched in 2019, which is a popular book summary and learning app. And we were talking about this micro learning trend in the creative trends, if you remember, and I hope you remember, because
Yeah,
Headway's
that's one I remember.
micro learning app, that's they kind of goes into 15-minute text and audio summaries of books. Get this. Backed by Genesis, Headway surpassed the main competitor Blinkist in downloads by 2020.
Wow.
Within 2 years of the launch. So over 7 million people download the Headway across 140 countries, and now it sits on 40 plus million downloads.
Do we
So
want to see Headway? I have it here.
Wait, just look at, I just want to point out here, right? Like all these apps like BetterMe, Headway, do you see the spikes they're doing in January every year?
I mean,
Yeah,
welcome to the apps
yeah, I
business.
know,
Yeah,
right?
all the resolutions,
There's
all the New Year's
there's the
resolutions.
resolutions, people, exactly.
So as you can see here, these apps together have made over, on mobile only, close to 500 million, right? Which is kind of not the whole picture. Do we want to go into web stuff here, or do you want to actually check out the app, Remo?
Yeah, well, let's check out the app. So,
Yeah.
so I'll show
So
you.
look,
I already read 3 books today.
oh, nice. So look, this is one of the the Headway is one of the top startups, and it could reach a unicorn status in the coming years, apparently, based on some.
But it must be
But
definitely.
they haven't been in your newsletter.
Man,
Very nice, very nice.
but I think there's some really, really negative effect on the book business, because why buy a book if you can just have read the summary in 5 minutes?
15.
Atomic habits. Work harder. Oh,
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's literally
Next.
how it works. You go and key points, and that's it. And you just kind of click through them, and
Perfect.
we go.
Maybe Felix, you can start reading books.
Yeah, a few more clicks. Here we
I
go.
read.
That's it. Atomic Habits. There was it.
Nice.
30 seconds.
Good. 30 seconds. Good. Just go and listen to it.
Yeah, so
Fair.
you can also listen to it, by the way. Yeah, that's right. Whatever. Yeah, great. It was great, really.
Well,
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a nice
gamification.
brain. That's a nice
yeah.
brain.
There's Mr. Brain there. It goes always.
Mr. Brain.
There's a streak mechanic as usual. That's the Duolingo stuff. Some kind of quest system, whatever. Then recommendations engine. This is the movie they offer you at the end of Netflix. And then yeah, you go there and like continue. You have your library that you already
Supercharge
read.
your career.
Yeah, you have explore stuff, which is just categorize things into like different categories, special offers that are being thrown at you. Then all of
I
these
hope
apps
you remember
usually,
that special offer.
of course, all of these apps start usually with some kind of a questionnaire that's try to,
Which is an onboarding.
yeah, their onboarding is basically questionnaire, like feel invested in, bam, subscription, you can go further. I think I didn't even saw the X button, so I had to like restart, and I still.
Yeah, I mean, you used the questionnaire as an onboarding to get personalized or like kind of better experience afterwards.
Yeah, but then it's pretty robust actually. Like if you see all these things that they have here, and this is the gamification part. So we have, force your employees to do this thing with you,
Yeah,
so you can do headway for
micro-learning.
business.
That's the new
Billionaire's
microdosing.
absolute dream. Force people to read the books you're reading.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
We
yeah.
added it our startups
Yeah,
before.
micro-learning is the new microdosing, but microdosing with books.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't read the books, you just read the summaries. Yeah, so there's a streak mechanic, some quests, again, achievements where there's like different photos of Mr. Brain, the upsell for, torturing your employees and inviting your friends or torturing them. And that's it. Like, it literally does what it says, very handy and simple. So that's there. Reach that, pour that. Again, everything is pretty much done like this. Or there's a web store link directly on Amazon, which I guess they have some kind of a kickback or whatever.
Most likely, yes.
Yeah, so that's there.
You can see it up there in the link, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. So if you don't like your summary or you want to read more, you can also have a direct link there. Yep, that's Headway.
So,
BetterMe or?
yeah, do BetterMe.
Okay. So BetterMe is right here or around the corner.
So let me just do the numbers here for BetterMe. So that's actually the app that's generated the most revenue, $157 million. Yeah, BetterMe. $157 million in lifetime on Sensor Tower, which we'll go through later, is not the full picture. Downloaded nearly 100 million times. Right now, every month is making anywhere between, if it's January, it makes 6.5 million a month. But if it's February, it makes 2.6.
Yeah, because this is the pristine app for those resolution people. This is the app.
This is the app. This is the app. Exactly.
Fitness trainer and nutritionist.
Also, like during COVID, the fitness apps there was like absolute blast because obviously, what could you do? Well, you go
do fitness.
You could buy crypto and do fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of these. Like, it's the interesting part about this thing that it's very broad in a way that it literally offers you everything from like water tracker, workouts, food, calorie counting, fasting, start with your mind, some mental shit things. Yeah, all the trainings are here basically. The food, I still don't get it because I already paid the subscription, and if I get the meal plan, it actually tries to. Yeah.
You
I
said
paid
you
the
what?
subscription. Yeah.
No. It's free trial.
It's free trial.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
He refuses to make an IAP for like 3 years, and then he buys a subscription.
No. I mean, come on, like.
No way.
You know
No
him.
way.
You know him. Yeah, exactly. You know him. Like this. No.
Even though you buy it, you still need to like pick up a plan as an offer, which I'm missing an X button or.
No, you just clicked on the X button.
But how do I get the meal plan? Like the meal plan is the offer?
You know what the meal plan actually is?
Because maybe this is just the meal plan, like the one on the bottom, and it just
the meal plan is that someone creates a meal plan for you so you can actually lose weight.
No, like I know how this works, but the question
it doesn't look like
why like what's the difference that I already paid for the subscription?
Because this is something else.
okay. Maybe it's just like I'm confused. Headway one has just better onboarding there. Yeah, challenges stuff. Home workout challenge, the usual.
Did you put
basically.
the push notifications on?
No, I didn't.
Why you should, because then you actually maybe get into the gym afterwards.
Going into the gym for last year, man. The problem is
Okay.
that with second kid, you
Enough
don't go anywhere.
bickering. Enough
Pip, pip.
bickering. All right.
Continue, Felix.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What do you want to see?
yeah, so I'm gonna take the screen again. So just wanted to here, right? So this picture is quite impressive, right? Because this is the majority of earnings, right? So I spoke to a friend of the pod, Shantu from Codeway, who's actually the new GM for their new Barcelona office. So he knows a thing or two about subscription apps and apps. We're going to do an episode on Codeway at some point as well. And I asked him, like, so is this really the complete picture? And he says, no.
No.
He estimates that Genesis generates at least 50 or 60% additional revenue outside of the app stores, right? From web. And I think it's really well suited if you do this as an example. So this is Plantin. So this is one of the other apps that we'll go through next, where essentially you can scan plants to see if they're healthy or not. So if you're like me, you're quite retarded in the garden, you actually have a way out to actually figuring out if your plant is sick. Last year, I used this app to actually find that my olive tree was sick and treated it.
I
So,
have it, by the way, if you want to see it. Like, I have it running.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool.
Yeah, of course. I have
Yeah,
it running
I'll let you
all
show
of
it, and
these
then
apps. So we have our Swiss cheese plant, of course. What other plant I could have?
did you
Nice.
scan your wall, your plant wall?
Now I just chose the first Swiss cheese one that I saw there. Yeah, so you have stuff like watering calculator that's behind the subscription. This one actually doesn't force you that immediately into the subscription. So I'm just curious what stuff I can get on the no free trial, basically, just free. So that's there.
Free.
So you have like all of these interesting things there where it's kind of healthcare for the like light meter and I don't know what that I didn't know before even exists. So that's there. You have your whole like my plans at plants.
Switzerland.
Like, I have Switzerland here, of course, for the Swiss cheese plant. Like you create your own whatever garden here and digitalize it. Then you have stuff like it's very robust. Like there's so many plants that like you can choose from. I can even scroll down. There's of course the photo functionality. Even more important is the diagnosis functionality of like what's wrong with the plant. This is very interesting. I should definitely try to use it on some stuff that we have in the flat. And then there's blogs about what plants are associated with Christmas. What do you
Plants
do with
are, yeah.
poinsettia now that Christmas is over? Is the Christmas roasting? I
I
understand.
don't know.
How to get
Okay,
rid of a
I'm
Christmas
curious.
tree after the holidays? Yeah, very, very good. So yeah, stuff like that basically. Overwatered versus underwater plants. So seems like a hub for the people going around the plant stuff. But yeah, we have the gamification part here as usual. So season pass collection, which is what? Start your journey. I don't even know what this
Premium
does.
class. What?
Yeah. So season
Ooh.
pass for
For plants.
interesting. Valentine's Sunday season pass.
These guys are gangsters, man. What is
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
This is great.
You sell everything basically, even
Yeah.
painting. So it's pretty much like increased capacity for every single feature. Then some feature are logged directly there, such as the AI botanist, which I guess is not AI at all. A watering calculator, toxic plant parts, and mood advice. Like really?
Can I just point something really funny out while you're on that? So it says here that the weekly and lifetime, right? So you can get a lifetime subscription forever, right? For $50. I went on the Plantain website, right, and made an account there because basically they're pushing you to make an account and to pay online, right? Because then you don't get the 30% fee, and
Exactly.
basically you're making more money. But online, the prices are actually higher. 90-day access is $59. There's no lifetime deal.
Nice.
Wow, that's called
Yeah.
greed.
Here, I'll show you.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
How do you
So-
get people here? From the app itself, or
No,
Just,
so
just
I guess
push
people.
them to web. Come on.
Yeah,
like,
I guess
you do
people
web
are-
UA.
Yeah,
Web
so you
UA,
do web
okay.
UA. People
Yeah,
come
yeah,
here.
that was my question.
You're then encouraged to make an account, and then as soon as you start scrolling, it's like identify, and everything's pushing you then to the app. But everything is trying to get you to subscribe before you get to the app.
Mhm.
So I guess that's the name of the game and how they try to do it, and why so much revenue is tracked offline. So right now, all the things we went through with a couple of other straggler ones are a bit smaller. I guess the only thing we need to talk about before we talk about that
I don't
is
get this. Like, no, not really. I don't get this, but I'm just like thinking out what would happen if this would be happening within like a mobile game.
what do you mean?
That's the thing.
Like the community would be basically revolting somewhere on like Discord or Reddit or whatever.
Why? Because it's different pricing. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Depends on how big your community is
Yes.
and what kind of game it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, this like pricing, like different pricing and different like A/B taste of pricing. Like it's pretty common,
Yeah.
even in the
But
games.
there's not even the lifetime option.
Well, maybe
Well,
there is. Maybe
It's
there
not
is.
different
It's a,
pricing. It's like gated pricing.
well, you can always do and go on the install the app.
Yeah,
Of course.
I guess the biggest thing here, like, the only one that really sticks out in their portfolio, which is the last thing we'll cover, right? So before we go on to UA, and that is Keki Learning Games, right? So this is also one of their sub companies that's listed on their website, which is a learning games for kids that we've actually spotted recently because it was growing quite a lot. We're actually talking about it's making about 33 to 35K a day from the last couple of months. But you can see it's been in the works for quite a while, right? Adding all these up, like on Sensor Tower, it's about 17 mil, right? So if we believe Shantu estimates, that is like half. That means they're making
Yeah.
twice as much on web, right? Which means
Sure.
Genesis is clearing what?
35
35
40K,
mil?
40 mil,
35
yeah.
30 to 40 mil a month, which is quite impressive.
Yeah. That is very impressive.
So now
And
the
it's
big
perfectly
question.
diversified, by the way.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
Yeah. Look, there's the business model we kind of touched a little bit. So I was trying to do some digging, and apparently the Genesis operates on a venture builder model, meaning it's develops and scales new tech businesses rather than functioning as a traditional software outsourcing or an investor. So they have this co-founding approach.
It's Voodoo.
It's exactly, but it co-founds the startups with entrepreneurs. They receive a seed capital, mentorship, and shared services in exchange for equity.
Yeah, we
So
saw
it's
that in the
better.
start.
It's way more than Voodoo.
So it's
way more.
Embracer Voodoo.
Yes,
Mhm.
kind of. So this approach has led to spin off the Headway and BetterMe, and while working at Genesis. So like this is kind of like early stage accelerator, incubator, and investor with deeper involvement in the product development. So that's the
So
important
it's
part.
better retention because they are holding
Exactly.
the stock, which means
Exactly.
if they go away, they go.
Yes, yeah.
But
Yeah, come
wait,
on.
Maciej, anywhere
Yeah.
does it say there if they have a UA partner?
Yeah, I think in this approach, not really, but I think they should definitely call the PVX Partners because that's our partner for scaling and the partner for scaling for so many other gaming companies. And I think PVX Partners are starting to work with apps as well. Because today's episode is brought to you, well, I guess you guessed it, PVX Partners. So if you're scaling your game or app and need funding, just hit pvxpartners.com, say 2.5 Gamers sent you. They would be so happy to hear that, obviously. But why PVX Partners? Because there's no equity dilution. It's flexible and fast, and you can take
So not
control
like
of your-
Genesis.
Yeah, exactly. you can get the money for your scaling your UA. So visit pvxpartners.com and see how they can help you grow your business. So thank you very much, Felix, for the plug. But honestly, there's like few more important parts because the company, the Genesis, provides the shared infrastructure, which I think it's quite interesting. So there's the Genesis marketing and analytics teams help.
That's the Voodoo part.
Yeah, that's the Voodoo.
Marketing and analytics. You do the
that's
product, they do the analytics marketing.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get, but you keep fucking interrupting me. But maybe I just go to the UA part because you don't really care about the whole monetization and business.
How old are they? How old is this thing?
2008. So the company was founded by Volodymyr Mnogoletny and Vasil Ulyanov.
He's a swimmer.
Vitaly Leptinov.
He likes to swim. It says on his bio.
Okay.
So 2008.
Big sportsman or what?
And then the first projects were launching around 2011. So this is pretty old company. So it's not like, hey, we just created all of this fun like 5 years ago.
So these guys are making anywhere close to $500 million a year, right? Which is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely not bad. I mean, I'm not sure about your recent estimations, Felix.
This is not estimates, right? This is just based on the other ones, but
exactly.
It's definitely better than Embracer. That's for sure.
So interesting stuff. What else do we have? I guess nothing that much. Yeah, just scaling.
Show us how Headway does UA.
Well, I already did a few times before, so
let's watch it again. Now I need to unsub all of my subscriptions.
Yeah, before you forget.
Imagine how angry Yaku would be if he paid one of these subscriptions.
I know. Yeah, one less meal for JR. And no more food, Jakub.
That's why you should use PVX Partners so we can afford dinner for JR.
Yeah. So look, I mean, they have all these.
That was the fake Pablo? No. That was the one?
But similar.
Similar concept.
A concept, yeah. So we have playable ads.
Yeah.
It's kind of playable, but not playable.
That's how it's called.
It's playable, but not playable. All these tests, right? But we have the UGC part. Jesus Christ. All
you
these
put it in English?
No.
There's no way to filter by region?
Yeah, it is. I wanted to run all of these that are actually getting the majority of the spend and not in the US only, but fine. And you saw this.
Fake TEDx talk concept.
Yeah. Of course you remember. Of course you remember. This
we saw it.
Yeah, we saw it multiple times with all the. So with apps, it's all about the static images and the videos, and kind of this is the static image. There's lots of them.
Clean Guru, I get it. That's utility. But these things, they're not utility at all, man.
Speak like a CEO.
This is like first grade snake oil stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you see, this looks like an actual book.
Yeah, of course.
It's great
and shit.
Yeah, and it's great. And look, it's Pinterest. That's the interesting part. That they're actually running some other stuff than
learning.
Yeah, micro learning again. And replace scrolling with micro learning. I was like, it's all the interesting messaging that works right now.
Does Plantain do the same thing? I'm so curious.
Yeah, I will.
Micro Plantain.
But look, can you see this?
Jesus.
Yeah,
wow.
We see it.
40. And this is US only, right? I just filtered for US.
And we bitch about fake ads.
Yeah, exactly. Look, but this the thing, like the great part is like they use Uplavin, Iron Source, even like all these different channels, because for apps they kind of growing not only on Facebook and Google as they were before, but now basically everywhere. Like honestly, when I was working with different apps, Uplavin and Mintegral were like the top channels outside of the usual ones like Google, TikTok, and Facebook. So this is insane, and they need to run also different playable concepts. I mean, it's not a real playable, but it's still kind of like a playable end card, right? So you just click but it still scales. Look, all of the different concepts right here. Maybe it's gonna load. Maybe it's not gonna load. I guess not. But again, become the most interesting person in the room. Take the quiz. Start now. And this is enough for playable and scale and uploading, right? This just need to be an actual playable. And let me just show you. This is gonna be is always the interesting part. Let's go to April and then the new only, and then we're gonna check what's up in here. Look again, this looks like AI static. Yeah. Again, AI. I guess.
Man,
Look,
I can already see that I will need to watch like 3 YouTube videos how to even unsubscribe from these things.
Oh, yeah. It's really hard. Exactly, it's really hard. But you see, like, it's
mail
all
a letter.
Different. Me after. It's like the static images, which definitely works well with. I'm surprised I don't see how to quit your bullshit job. Nice. There you go.
Quit your bullshit.
Yeah. So I'm really surprised I don't see. This is a Duolingo, but for books. Like people are using this quite a lot.
Duolingo has some actual functionality, man.
Yeah, but the messaging is like, because you know what Duolingo is, and they like the messaging in the creatives for apps is like, this is Duolingo but for books. This is Duolingo but for apps. This is Duolingo but for something else, right? It's like that's the message. That's something that works. Okay. So,
Plantain. Let's see.
Yes.
Plantain. I'm so curious.
I'm on this.
How do you
what do you
market
expect, man? What do you expect? What do you expect to see? It's gonna be exactly what you see.
This is Turkish.
I know. So what?
I want to
That was
see English.
pepper?
Jesus Christ.
No habla inglés. Oh, I do habla inglés.
Yeah, you do.
Playable? Was it a
Yes,
playable?
Yeah, there was a playable. There was a playable.
What? Right way, wrong way.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're definitely gonna kill it this way.
Yeah. Water me, sure. Curry. Okay, sure. Why not?
What?
They have this like gardenscape stuff. Oh yeah, they're abusing the
Abuse.
plants.
I
Oh
love
my
sick
God.
plant.
Where's the freezing plant? Where's the freezing plant?
We need freezing plants. Yeah, there you go. Easy.
Okay, so they're literally doing the gardenscape shit where you like break stuff in the kitchen or whatever, something, and then it fails.
No, it's just fail like how you don't really take care of the plants, and then what you need to do. It's just like it's what's wrong and what's right. That's it. Obviously, just
Sugar.
yeah. This is the playable look.
You give plants sugar?
Yeah, use
I
for
don't
free.
know if
Thank you
this
very
is
much.
real, right? I wouldn't trust this, right?
I mean,
If we go anything by mobile ads,
yeah, there you go. Nope. That's the same thing, but it's only 30-second video. It was 1 minute long. Look. Oh, there's great voiceover.
So the fake ads concept is full force there.
Yeah. I think we can add this ad section for the creative trends as well, right?
they're spending a lot of money, right? So why not?
Man, they're taking everything from gaming, for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know who takes from what anymore, man. It's just a circle at this point. I don't think it's
We were there first, trust me.
Oh, just you don't really need to measure dicks.
What was that?
This
snake. Ant larvae.
Fake ant farm.
Yeah. So I mean, why are you even surprised? Like, come on, like this is called creatives.
I know.
Noob versus pro.
I don't know why I just expected from stuff that's
what did you think like it's gonna happen?
Yeah, I know. I was just naive because I was expecting, because it's focused on the real world, that there would be like real shit.
No, this is real world fake.
BetterMe, yeah. BetterMe. What about BetterMe? Let's see there. Like that should be the worst one, right?
Yeah, that will be the worst. People getting fit in like 2 seconds.
No. It's just no. I just want to. Watering is red flag. Okay, anyway. These guys are also, this is a little bit light on the actual UA. I mean, it's basically published almost like Voldemort. if you can't read, go to the site. Look, share this.
Are you sure you want to cancel your subscription? Are you really sure? How do you want to continue canceling?
Hey, this.
That's
There
exactly
you go.
what I expected.
Yeah, I mean,
of course.
what else? I mean, it's like this is exactly like what kind of works.
You can do it cheaper with AI
Yeah, which is definitely gonna happen.
soon.
Hermano. There you go. So I can, I'm sorry. You need English creatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't understand. It's the same thing, man. It's really the same thing.
Girl, 3 months of this by June. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
it's like
selling this. They're selling this. It's theirs.
Of
It's
course.
not.
Wow.
Yeah, they are also upselling their own equipment in the.
Of course.
I show it in the. Yep.
Yeah. You can burn colors. So like it's why not using it in the creatives? There you go.
Fitness junkie. Wall Pilates.
Yes, wall Pilates. So that's it.
Was under it?
Ooh,
Animated?
try chair yoga.
For seniors.
Seniors, yeah. What else we have? It's basically all UGC and then there's a AI voiceover, but this was AI definitely. You see this on Facebook at least I see it every day. Not BetterMe, but all the other different like fitness apps. Dream bodysuit. There you go.
It throw like 61% discount on my subscription to keep me on already on
There
the
you
third
go.
step.
Yeah.
Wow.
Perfect.
Too bad they don't know who you are. They could have offered
exactly.
you
Proceed to cancel.
105% and you'd be like,
Yeah, they need to offer you 100% discount. Then you might get this.
How to cancel? And then they.
what?
Yeah.
You're trying to cancel it?
Man, you need to see it. Like, I need
Well,
to
show
show
me,
you
show
this
me.
thing. Like,
Show
this
me,
is
show me.
marvel.
I want to see. I want to see.
think, honestly, like this
I wanna
was
see this
anyway just
canceling.
all of this.
Like, I went through 5 screens there. Like, are you sure? I really want to cancel. 61% off. We'll give you a discount. Claim offer. And then afterwards, it's like, oh, by the way, you can cancel in the app. You need to go to the Google Play store. Like, you don't like friction? Let me throw some more friction.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
I
This is
trust
why-
the brain guy though. He looks competent. I like
Yeah,
him.
of
Yeah,
course,
he's
he's
Mr. Brain.
competent. He's competent throwing friction at me.
no, Mr. Yeah, it's the brain of Mr. Pennybags. It's because he wants to
All
squeeze
right.
the more money out of you.
How do we wrap this up, right? Like, what do we say? Quite impressive, right?
It's very
Yeah,
impressive. Yeah, it's very impressive.
Very impressive. Like
Yeah.
outstanding moon 10 out of 10, definitely. Like what this is doing is pretty much, yeah, as I said, what's being done in gaming, but on a different scale.
Genesis is recognized as one of the world's largest publishers of non-game mobile apps by download volume and revenues.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, there you go.
So next time we actually do one of these app deep dives, we had a great look into Genesis. We're actually going to look into bending spoons from Milano. And they are the only one I think that I've actually wanted to publicly list that are in the app space, right? So we're going to look at them next. I don't really know when, but this has been another fantastic episode by the 2.5 Gamers looking into the app space. Thank you so much for stopping by so you can stay 2.5 steps ahead of the app business.
What happened? We
Thank
told
you
him
for
that we can
stopping.
review an app, and suddenly he make a 4-episode series out of it.
Yeah,
That I
yeah.
was just now about
It's in our chat group. Read it.
because you
All
wrote
right.
it there.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much, guys,
Thank you
for
very much.
listening.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, just please comment under the video if you really want to see this 4-episode
4
series.
Yeah.
If you want to see it, please say. If you don't, let us know as well.
Clean my head with some Forex.
You know, you can download the cleaning head app, which is going to be a better you afterwards. Okay, bye-bye.